Hey guys, and welcome back to the hill. It has been a little while since I've given you an update on the renovations over at Kyle's house. And so today I wanted to kind of show you what we've been working on over the last couple of months. So mostly I say we've been working on it. I've been doing some of the cleaning and straightening up on my days off when I have a little bit of time. But really, Kyle and his mom and his dad have been the ones that have been over there doing all of the work. His mom has almost gotten most of our painting done, which has been fantastic, and everything is starting to look really good. The sunroom has definitely become my favorite room in the house, and we picked out this really pretty blue wall color for it, and I think that it is just coming together so nicely. And because there's so many windows in this room and it's a west-facing room, we get a lot of sunlight in here, and it is just really starting to feel like a cozy and inviting space. And I cannot wait to get our furniture in here. And this is the room that we intend to be where most of Miles's toys would be on the main level, where he would spend most of his time while he's inside. I will probably do a lot of reading in this space, and I am just so pleased with this blue color that we picked out. This will be the first house that I live in my life that either wasn't my parents' house or I was renting. And so it has been so fulfilling for me to finally be able to express my personality through my decorating choices beyond just furniture and pictures on the wall. And this bathroom is definitely a representation of my tastes. Kyle is really starting to like it as it's coming together. I don't know if at the beginning he really saw the vision that I had in my head, but I definitely think he sees it now, and we are both so thrilled with how it's coming along. And this bathroom a few months ago did not even exist. This was just part of one of the bedrooms upstairs, and Kyle and his dad did all of the plumbing, all of the roughing in, the framing, the demo, all of that to make this happen. And I am so beyond thrilled with how it's starting to come together. There's still a lot of work to do, but this is going to be a very beautiful bathroom when it's all said and done. We are trying to stick to a certain budget, and because of that, I'm trying to be creative with some of the finishings that we're using. And I had this old mirror that I've had for probably 7 or 8 years. It's moved from several different houses and apartments with me, and at one point it even fell off the wall and part of the frame broke. But the mirror itself is the perfect size for the bathroom. It does not match the style at all that I was going for, but with a little bit of paint that I already had on hand, and I ordered some E6000 to fix that broken part of the frame, and then a little bit of rub and buff, it's gonna work. And now on to the master bedroom, which is kind of an extension of that bathroom as far as design goes. And I'm really trying to stick with the integrity of this house. This house was built in 1902, and kind of my favorite era for decorating is anywhere from like 1860 to about 1940. So I'm kind of trying to blend and mesh kind of all of those styles together. And of course, my favorite color is green, and so that was why we went with that. I found a picture of a Highland cow at Hobby Lobby in a really pretty gold frame well over a year ago, before Kyle and I were engaged, before we were doing any of this with the house, and that is what I used for the inspiration for this room as well as the bathroom. And I'm really starting to see it all come together, and I cannot wait to show you the final product at the very end. But I am so grateful for Kyle's mom. She has done essentially all of the painting, and it's looking so good. And of course, I would have to show you Miles's new room. We just used the same cream color on his room that we used on the top portion of the wall in our bedroom and that bathroom, just to kind of keep things cohesive and to keep it kind of neutral in his room. Now, I am sure there will be tons of race cars and dinosaurs and Paw Patrol in this room as well. But his room is really starting to look very, very good. And Kyle and his dad have built him a closet in here. Because of where we put the bathroom, it took out the original closet, so we did have to build another one in here. And I believe Kyle has some plans for some shelves to go in there, as well as an area to hang clothes. But everything is looking really good, and Miles has come over to see this and is super excited about his new room. And I cannot wait for him to see all of his things in here. I think that will really help it feel more like his. So now that the other rooms are really starting to come together, we're really just trying to make sure that those rooms get finished, because that's priority. But I would love to at some point spruce up this mud room a little bit. We want to use the same blue paint that is in the sunroom on the walls in here, and then build some sort of storage for coats and hats and shoes and things like that. Because we live on a farm, we do take our shoes off as soon as we come in, so it'd be really nice to have a place for anyone that comes in the house to kick off their shoes, have a seat, hang their coat, that kind of thing. So that is the plan for the mudroom at some point. I don't know if that will happen before we move in or not, but what I'm doing in the meantime is just kind of going through and trying to clean the house, organize. Kyle and I are going through both of our sets of things to figure out what we need and what we don't, so that when we move in, it's not just a cluttered, chaotic mess. We really want to make sure when we move in, it's comfortable and feels like home, and we can finally take a breather after all of this work that we've been doing to try and get ready for this. We are officially 5 months away from the wedding and moving in, so I guess you could call it crunch time. And no house would be perfectly complete for me without a garden. And so, of course, my dreamer brain has been going nonstop, picturing how I want to transform the garden space over at this house. And so I have drawn out kind of what I would like it to look like. Very much a cottage style garden, very eclectic and kind of rustic, and I am by no means an artist, but this drawing is just kind of an idea for me to go off of, and I do have some things saved on Pinterest as far as some inspiration pieces, but it's going to take several years to really get this garden to look the way that I would like it to, and that's kind of the point for me. It's just kind of a slow and steady process for me. It's not anything that I like to rush. And I think that makes a garden just that much more beautiful when you allow it the time to really establish itself on its own, and lots of perennials and just a lot of color. And I cannot wait to see it. Hopefully it'll be looking somewhat like this in about the next 5 years. And lastly, I just want to leave you with this gorgeous clip that I took one evening when Kyle was moving one of his herds. He uses pasture rotation as a major focus in his livestock management regime. And so I went with him one night. The sun was setting, the cows were cooperating, which is always nice. And it was just so beautiful that I had to share it with you and just remind you that even if you have a lot going on in life, or there's a lot of stresses, or things are weighing on you, or maybe you're not sure how you're going to get everything done when you need it done, take a minute and just enjoy the beauty of life that is surrounding you. And that for me is what sunsets are. It's just a reminder of all of the things that truly matter in life, and that you were blessed with another day. And this moment was definitely one of those key moments where the sun was setting. It was a beautiful depiction of God's creation, and just an incredible way to end the day. So with that, I will leave you guys, and I will definitely look forward to seeing you in the next video. But I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.